What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri zone, and welcome back to, well, game week. But it's still international break, and it wouldn't be an international break without drama. And this time, just self-inflicted drama because Vlahovic spoke, and to be honest, I know a lot of people have issues with it, and I'm gonna explain why I understand people have issues with it, but I don't have any issue with it. But he kind of called out Thiago Motta. Which is weird, for me to say I don't have issues with it, but I will explain in a sec why I don't have an issue with it. But basically, he called out his, I don't know, being fresh in front of goal on the way we play at Juve. So that's what we're going to talk about. Before we do that, as always, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification as well, and let's talk Vlahovic, well, throwing Motta under the bus. Okay, so like I said, it wouldn't be an international break without some Juve drama, basically, and this time it's really self-inflicted because Vlahovic spoke, and I read it, and I saw people going mad on social media, so I didn't see anything, and I read a quote. I just looked up the interview and it confirmed the quote. And I can see why people are mad. Because what he said, I don't have many defensive tasks with the national team. It keeps me more lucid. When running a lot, I cannot be fresh in front of goal. Now, this is calling out Motta. Like, indirectly, maybe not, him willing to do so, whatever, so on. Maybe not with a pre-plan, I'm just gonna call him out right now. Not like that, because Motta protected him when he was under heavy criticism, basically the entire, I don't know, first couple of weeks, and he just kept, protecting Vlahovic, so on. However, this is a shot. This is basically telling the world that the way we play at Juve, or the way I need to play at Juve, it doesn't help me. Actually, it puts me in a lot of trouble. Right now at the national team, it's not the case. I'm more fresh, which is kind of funny because the numbers don't reflect that, well, that's the case at the national team. So that's the weird part. Now, I see why people are pissed about that, and you cannot do that, so on. I'm calm and okay with it, because if I'm right about Thiago Motta, or what I think Thiago Motta is as a coach, who he can be, who he will become as a coach, he will deal with this. And he will deal with this in his way. He will not play him as much as he potentially should be playing. Maybe let him miss key moments in key games. Go for other options. We've seen it, and I've seen it. The way Motta speaks, he's very strict. He's very open with his players. Everybody confirms that, but it's very strict. It's honest and it's strict. So that being said, that's why I'm extremely composed with it. Because if this is a direct shot to Motta, and again, I don't think he went into the interview, because I saw the quote. It's not pre-planned. It's not if one-to-one interview and you planned the questions. He got asked something and you responded that. But it's good to know that that's how the way he thinks. That's how he thinks. Now, I don't have an issue with that, like I said, because if I think who Motta is, who he is, then it will be perfectly fine. That's one. Two, what I said maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I'm not sure. Let's say a month ago, to be correct, almost. I said if the contract talks about Vlahovic are in January, like they were with the Chiesa one, where it's like, oh, we will pick up the talks later on, he's gone. If it's January and there's no progress at all with Vlahovic's contract situation, he's gone. In terms of, they made a decision, the club made a decision, we're not going to do that in the summer, we're going to move you on, and probably Vlahovic will be okay with that decision, I guess. That's what I've always said. So right now, we're going into that direction. What I don't like is that the club will use this as an excuse. An excuse to say, how we need to undersell because, hey, he doesn't want to be there. He's saying these things. That I don't. So I do understand why people are like, you cannot call out this and that. I agree. You cannot call out that. But if that was with Allegri last season, I would be extremely pissed, because I knew he would still be playing a lot of games. Key moments, key things. He would be scared to get that player off that pitch. I don't think Motta is scared to bench Vlahovic, to take him out in key moments and go into different directions. He's done it already this season, and that's without him basically calling out Thiago Motta, you know. So ever since we got Vlahovic, I don't know, was it 3 years ago now, basically, or 4? It's about 3 years, I guess. It's not going as anyone planned. Not the club, not the fans, not Vlahovic himself. Nobody planned this. Basically, it's going into a very stale direction. You know, where it's like not enough improvement, not good enough. You know, good moments, bad moments, horrible moments, okay moments. Like it's hot and cold every single time. You know, it's frustrating. But I said that at the start of the season. I said, if you keep Vlahovic in the summer, I actually do not want to hear complaints coming out from the club, you know, or leaks, or use that as an excuse as of why we were not playing well up front, because you kept him, you make it work. That's what I've always said. If you want something else, like again, if Motta's like, I need something else, I'm okay with that, as long as we win. Like I said 1,000 times on this channel, I do not care about these players in terms of, if this was like when we were winning stuff, there were a lot of likable players in the squad. Marquisio, I liked a lot of these players. I like some of these players, but not the way I liked them back then, because those guys were winning. They were winning stuff, so they deserve to be like, personally for me. If we move on from Vlahovic, I'm fine with that. If the club is like, we don't need Vlahovic, we need Jonathan David on 6 million, and actually he started scoring goals for fun and we start winning, then yeah, I'm okay with that. Even if that's Milik, even if they're like, you know what, we need Retegui from Atalanta. I don't like Retegui as a player, but if he comes in, he scores 20 goals and we win, everybody will be fine with that, you know. So again, they kept Vlahovic for this season. They're going to need to make it work. If you come to a final conclusion that, no, we need to move on, we need to get player, I don't know, X, maybe we want Zirkzee, you know, on loan with an option to buy, and we buy him at the summer, and that's the way we're going to go, fine. Make your decisions, but those decisions are going to need to work. That's why I'm extremely calm with the Vlahovic one. If the club is done with Vlahovic, then fine. Get somebody else and prove me that you made the right decision to go with somebody else, and that's going to work. You know, I'm fine with that as long as we win. So Vlahovic, you could have avoided that easily. Also because the numbers for Serbia are not good. So it's not even that it's true. Like, that's one. It's not that he played 30 games for Serbia and he has like 20 goals or 18 goals where I'm like, you know what? That's kind of impressive. He might be right. That's also not the case. You know, that's one. And two, you should be keeping that to yourself. If you actually think that, or if you have a problem with that, you talk with Motta. You don't talk about that with the fans or with the media. That's something you keep behind closed doors. That being said, again, I trust Motta. I believe in Motta. So I'm fine. I'm calm with what has happened. And like I also said, if it's hit January and we're still in this, we will talk. It's done. And I'm calm with that as well. As long as the club makes the right decision, I don't care. When will we know? Well, in a couple of seasons, we will know if they made the right decisions, yes or no. But right now, I'm extremely calm, you know. So a media storm, or like a fan storm during the international break, which, yeah, it happens all the time. Only this time, well, it was very avoidable. But, you know, it's good. We're back this week. We play Milan away from home. Tough game. We need to be ready for that. We're going to talk about that all week, building up to that, because it is a massive game. We need to win one of these big games. We absolutely need to have one of these big games. We didn't beat Roma. We didn't beat Inter. We didn't beat Napoli. We did beat Lazio, but we need something going into Villa and so on. It's going to be tough. And as you know, the squad is what it is right now. So let's see. That's it for me. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Also, podcast with Julian will be back this week, probably Friday, so stay tuned for that as well. Ciao.